All right, I think it's fine, dude.
Oh, I hope this thing hasn't gone already.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen one at all, dude. Fuck.
No, well, and last time, when it went a long time, when they gave it right here, it froze on it, remember?
Yeah, true. Bro, welcome to... Shit.
Welcome back.
Episode fucking...
What?
Recording
Yeah.
number 2, dude. Fucking... We went to Walmart, Wally World.
Check 1, 2. Yeah, we just came back from the store. We did like a whole quarter of a pod.
We did like a 15-minute little intro.
God damn it, but this intro's better, I'll tell you
It's
what.
gone. Dude, because
No,
it's
maybe
more...
the other one's better.
No, it's because this is more like
This is
in
more
the
what?
weeds, more into dick. You were looking down the whole time.
Yeah, I
So-
was very up my ass. You know, all these technical issues, man. We apologize for the last episode, but thank you
We
for being
apologize
back.
for this episode.
Thank you for being back. Apologize for this episode in advance. It might blow. We
We're
might
recording-
still be paranoid.
We're recording.
And my
we're
hair's
recording.
fucked up. I came back from the dentist looking shinier than a motherfucker.
Dude,
Okay.
what's going on with your fucking teeth, dog?
Bro, a lot of stuff. Wisdom teeth and shit. I guess I got two Y's.
You got two Y's.
I got two Y's.
Two wise guys. Why, man? The
Yeah,
two wise.
wise guys. Couple of wise guys.
Few wise mice, right? So, what's your favorite thing about going to Walmart, right? When you go to Walmart, there's a bunch of things, bunch of candy, might ask you, a bunch of things that you want to buy. What, you saw right there?
No.
Oh, okay, dude. Fucking.
No, you were talking about Wally World and what my favorite thing is.
Yeah, favorite thing about Wally World.
Oh, but what were you going to say about the candy?
Well, just that, you know, there's a shitload of candy there, bro.
That's your
Like,
favorite thing?
Like, dude, I mean, it's just that you walk in there, it's like the first thing you see and the last thing you see, right? Because we were going
Right.
through the aisles, we're in the candy, there's like a bunch of Christmas stuff, and there's all those Christmas candies right there. And so obviously, it's like basically the first thing you see and go into electronics. And then when you're leaving on the checkout aisle, there's candy right there. So it's like
Yeah.
the last thing you see and like the first thing you see at the same time.
True.
So it's like they're trying to get you coming and going. Like what were you saying when we're at Walmart? They're trying to keep us fat.
I was like, that's propaganda, man. Communism wants you fat.
They want us fat, dude. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, dude.
No, dude, it's fucking. It's because I also think about it. Like, look at how bright all those colors are. Of all the candy wrapper, it's all bright and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's all these attractive colors.
Appetizing
Versus the
to the
healthy
eye.
food looks like ass. You know what I mean? You look at it and you're like, oh, fucking look at that
Green,
bland ass
yeah,
chicken.
green, no, green's great. It's like, oh, something orange. I
goes
mean,
bad all
carrots are
quick.
orange. What is?
Like, it goes bad all quick. Like
Oh,
good food.
yeah, the food. Yeah,
Or
it
like
does.
fruits. Like, think of something healthy, right? Like fruits, they go bad all quick and then they get, black.
Yeah, they get bad. They get bad really fast, dude. Yeah, fuck.
You would have to bring color into that.
Yeah, dude. Well, they go from like bananas. They go from like yellow to ripe so fast.
Yeah.
That shit fucking happens.
Grapes, they go from grapes to raisins. They change.
The grapes of
Fucking-
wrath, dude.
They change themes. They transition.
So, tell me about that that coach of yours.
Oh no, what were we talking about that we
So
got
on
here?
the first part, so we're going back. We're going a little backtrack, and whether or not we're gonna
This is my
include the
name
first
person.
part of the pod back in the beginning of this, you know what? Maybe if the whole episode, if that audio is
Yeah.
good, dude. If that audio is good, and we were worried for nothing, I'm gonna be fucking pissed, dude. But so
It did freeze on us. So,
yeah, jujitsu.
so we were talking about.
people in jujitsu.
Oh, you know, we were
who
talking
hurt
about the
you.
young guy in jiu-jitsu who's
That could
kind of
hurt
like
you,
hurting
yeah.
people a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
with leg locks.
Which makes me scared, right? Because I almost tore my. Like I said it. I think I said it on the pod before.
Right,
That
training
I
wrestling.
almost tore my ACL wrestling, and I literally see this kid doing it to people on purpose. dude.
yeah,
Like,
doing
I'm like,
leg locks where you tear their ACLs and MCLs and
dude, and he knows what he's doing, right? Like,
PCPs.
there's no way that he doesn't know what he's doing.
No, that's the technique. That's what it's for.
Oh, to purposely rip their ACL.
Yeah, it's a heel hook or an ankle lock or a
That's
straight
fucked up.
ankle. It's like jiu-jitsu was so badass is it's got a lock for every joint in the body. You know what I mean?
Every single
Maybe
time.
except maybe there's not really a hip lock, but there is like what would you say the banana split? Have you ever got hit with the banana split?
Banana split.
It almost
no.
it almost becomes like a groin thing. You know what I mean? Like they kind of just split you open.
They split you in half.
Yeah. I'll show it to you one day. Wrestlers can do it. Wrestlers do it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Is it kind of like it
No,
rough?
I don't think they do it, but they do the entry to it because it's like they can't do it because then you're on your back. You can't do it.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah.
So, your coach
Interesting. Oh, so we were talking about people
got some
hurting
flack.
people.
Yeah.
My ex-coach got some he got some flack. He got kind of not in trouble. He got a lot of shit from the community because he had a really good guy on his back and he locked in the choke on him right, the guy's got the choke in on my coach, and so instead of most dudes, you know, they slam back, boom, like Michael Chandler kind of shit. My coach went forward, he went, and smacked the dude, but they rolled. And he still got the tap.
He was all good,
dude still won.
So dude still won, but your coach went forward.
Yeah, and that dude has also ripped heel hooks on other dudes.
Oh, really? Okay, so fuck that guy too.
Well, he's really good, right? But people got mad, like, what if you like hurt his spine?
Yeah, what if you paralyze this guy?
And then I've seen in like UFC, because my coach was in UFC too.
Yeah,
a bunch of people. Like recently, Usman fought Kazmat Chimaev.
Okay.
And Kazmat Chimaev got on top of Usman. He locked in the choke, and Usman went, dude!
Oh, to the front.
And you can see Kazmat fucking smash. Kind of had to readjust, and then they kind of just sat there the whole first round, I think, or first or second round or something. And I was like, that's what it was like that DiCaprio meme where he's like, hey. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I've seen that.
It's not a bad thing then, right? Because if it was bad, they would do something
I don't think
about
it's illegal.
Right?
Is the thing.
Oh,
I mean, it's gonna hurt somebody. Like, you wouldn't do it to your training partner, but this was a competition. You know,
ideally, there's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't be doing to your training partner, right?
Yeah.
But like, people don't do that. They're still wanting to go like head first. They want to fucking, you know, I'm alpha in this fucking gym.
Well,
bro.
there is, because you know the whole thing originated because you told me like you ever have to worry about sparring.
Yeah, about sparring people. Yeah,
people that go too hard in sparring, and but usually you have to. Usually, the people that go really hard in sparring are newbies. That's why they always say you're more likely to get hurt by a new guy. Because he doesn't know how to hold back on the punches or how to hold back the submission. He just goes for it. He just yanks it. And you're like, ah.
Oh, so
you know what I mean?
Maybe like a guy who never does podcasts and he just like talking the whole time.
He talks the whole podcast.
It's like, yo, dude, like we're trying to wrestle here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you can't be tapping me out the whole time. You know, or you're gonna hurt me, right? Like we ain't the fucking. You know what I mean?
Well, or maybe there's like it is what it is.
Yeah, or it is what it is. Or they're just like a racy comic and they just like going a bunch of all these like racy jokes. Like, yo, dude.
Oh, it's kind of like when people start out, they go really dirty or really racy. How you say it?
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to hold back. They kind of just go like
they go
balls
really
to the
far.
wall.
Yeah,
you know?
balls to the wall. So that's why it's like in the training. It's like another podcast, UFC comedy. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, not another
UFC comedy pod. But that's the thing, dude. It's like like if you don't know how to like hold yourself back or stuff, you're not gonna do it, right?
Yeah. For sure.
To wise, like if you think something's really funny and really racy on stage or even on a pod or whatever, and you're gonna say it, I'm gonna fucking go for it. But if you don't have the fucking the wit or maybe even like the way to say the technique
for the move. But I have gotten my ass beat by advanced people. I remember when I first started, like the first gym I went to here, Undisputed. A lot of people start at that gym because it's by the U of A.
Yeah, it's right there.
Pima, right?
Dude, and low-key, I wanted to start at that gym because it's like right there.
You went to the one over here, right? I started the one over there by Speedway, right?
Oh, the one I went to is it a different?
You went to the one in,
I did go to the one down here,
and I remember there like doing MMA and jiu-jitsu and in MMA like just dudes that were really advanced, and it was like I just started, they just beat my ass, and I was like, oh my god, that was kind of. I don't know if you really need to beat my ass like that, dude.
Yeah, you can maybe like calm down a second, right?
Yeah, but then you kind of start seeing who those guys are. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Fucking, and then you have other people that are like advanced, and they're like they let you do stuff, and you can tell they're letting you do stuff to bait you. And so you're like, that's kind of what I like to do. I kind of like to let guys do stuff to bait them.
Oh, okay,
bait you with a counter, you know? Yeah. Because you want to teach a new guy something, you know what I mean? You don't want to just hammer him, but there are also advanced guys that just beat on you so you get better, you know what I mean? And there's some people that when you're trying to make them better, you kind of have to put it on them, because if not, they don't, you know what I mean?
They don't do it. Yeah.
They don't wake up and focus on like, they don't realize how much they're not doing, you know?
Oh, so like where you can just kind of go through the motions.
It's like you don't realize how bad you are until you really bomb. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
So you hit it with all your good jokes in your mind, all your good jokes,
and you're like, dude,
you know all your good moves. You know what I mean? So you know all your good moves, and you're like, yeah, I got nothing.
I got nothing else. And then you look at the crowd and you're like, hey, guys, and they're like, no, dude. Dude. Not a bombing pot. Dude.
We just talk about bombing.
Bro, I mean, I be bombing sometimes, dude.
Bombing's funny, though. I feel like now we're mature enough where we don't get so emotional where, like, we get all sad and shit. It's kind of funny. We're like, oh, that was fucking
That
rough.
was rough. But also at the same time, we're like, we're realistic, and we're always like, well, look at the room that we were just in, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, we're at a dive bar, and who was in the dive bar? 3 dudes who just went in just to grab a quick drink, and it's like, if something makes these 3 guys laugh, like we're at the recent Chicago, right? Who was there? It was just a bunch of us comics, and those 3 guys that walked in, and that Mexican couple, right?
They did laugh at that blue choke joke, so I'm keeping it in.
That's what I'm saying. You keep it in. You keep it in, and that new joke, my opener that I just started off with, that laugh and shit, and it's like they laughed at that, and I'm like, dude, like it's something, right? Because like they're homies. They're just fucking expecting to chill, drink beer or whatever, and they turn around, they actually do a little chuckle. It's like, dude, they're not going to a comedy show. They're not ready to laugh, right? And if we get those guys to laugh, we got something, right?
Yeah.
We got a little something, right? That's where it's like the stage presence, right? Where I started, I'm not giving away everything, the sausage over here, but I started screaming, right? On stage.
You started screaming.
I started screaming. I mean, you guys know I be screaming, but I started screaming on stage, right? As soon as I go on stage, woo! So I think
just like a margarita.
I think it gives a little bit of a, what's this guy doing? Right?
I think also you gotta keep that joke. I think you kind of you push that joke aside. I don't know if it was a tag to another joke.
Oh, the
about drinking.
Yeah, about drinking. Yeah, about the margarita.
Bro, I'm happy because I've thought of a few jokes that I had, and I think same thing. I was too new. Where I had a joke, but that joke was it was a little too dark or too something.
Dicey, to something.
Where now I can do it better. I can have the presence to do it. And
better. You have another joke,
you know
hopefully, that you can segue into that old joke, right?
Are you talking about which one specifically?
Just any of them, right? Because like any joke, like where you're like, holy shit, that's a perfect segue into this new thing that I'm working on or something I already have. And now you can just connect it, because the reason why we stopped saying in the first place is because like, oh, I'm not going anywhere with this bit.
Right.
I'm kind of like, maybe worked it out. Maybe I should shelf it. I need to start writing more stuff. I need to start preparing more shit. But like, there was a time where like, dude, this was like my whole, like half of my act was literally like these old jokes I don't even say anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, now that's the point, right? We can start bringing those old jokes back in and start working on a 10, on a 15. Like you said, you went to Tim's. No matter how that show went, you did 10.
Yeah.
Right? You did 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes of material. Good, bad, whatever, the ugly.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
You know what I mean? And now you can just like format it and work to where we were like, oh, we have like barely 3 minutes or whatever. And like, oh, like hopefully I can like work these jokes in a certain order where they make sense. It just goes on to a fucking hour, right?
Yeah.
Until we get there. And that's why people are like, don't rush into your hour, right? We're in nowhere near to fucking giving.
And I think the first hour takes longer.
First hours take really long, and like, do people really deserve? I mean, you're here on the pod, you're gonna be here for an hour, but it's a whole different thing. Going to a comedy club or going to go paying money to go see someone. Like, if you're sitting down, like, I'm sure ideally a lot of these people are doing their own thing. They're like washing dishes, fucking
washing
doing laundry, fucking showering or something. You don't need attention, right?
Driving
you can just
at work.
Something,
smoking
right?
Up blizzy, smoking a dab. Hold on,
speaking of it, dude, but like ideally, but like when you go to a comedy store, like club, it's just you, right? And I'm listening to all these like professional comedians talk about like comics that blow up really fast, right? And like, maybe these comics don't have an hour of material, right? And they're like, someone might come see you, and if you have a killer 15, but your fucking 45 minutes is trash, no one's gonna come see you again.
Did you ever hear about Angela Johnson? You know who she is?
Yeah,
They're really big. She was like one of the really big OG Mexican comedians. Like, if you think of when I think about Mexican OG comedians, I think Fluffy, and I think Angela Johnson. Literally, Fluffy. Those are the two I think about. Yep. And then who's the other one? Probably like Willie Barcena,
George Lopez,
Lopez
fucking
is on the
Steve Trevino. I think of Steve Trevino because that's like the dude that my dad really listened to a lot growing up. Like, and again,
right, I know who you're talking about.
And because like he had this joke about like dickhead dad, right? And my dad always played that joke for me. He's like, "This is you motherfucker." And it's like, it's this thing about relatable jokes too. It's like it's like such a shareable shit, right? So what about Angela Johnson?
Oh, I heard her. Cause, I seen a OG podcast with her with Joey Diaz, and that's what she talked about. Is she took a writing class for like a comedy writing class, and she came up with these jokes, and she did this thing like a show at the end of the class or something, and it went really good. And then I think she started doing more shows because someone saw her there, and then she blew up with her I think it was she
The
blew
nail
up with,
salon
yeah,
bit.
with that nail salon
Yeah.
bit. And so she said she started getting hella bookings, like so many bookings up her ass, and then she was like, "Oh, I need an hour." Like, but like that's a good problem to have, my G.
That is a
You know
really
what I
good problem to
mean?
have,
That's
yeah.
a good problem to have.
But if we were to blow up, dude, I'm not gonna go up there. I think I'm a human, like a humility type of guy, where it's like I don't have an hour. Like ideally, I can be like featuring for someone that does have an hour.
Yeah.
I can do like a killer 15, like I saw Shane Gillis do the Bert Kreischer when I saw him on my birthday.
Or well, like a bunch of people. Well, that's what you do, you know. That's why I'm at first like you go through all these ebbs and flows, but I'm happy that in all the shows I've done this year, I've been the opener. Because what position are we fighting to be? Are we trying to get good at? You know what I mean?
Opening up that ass, dog. Opening up that ass, dude. Like, shout out to Elmer when he put me on that show, and like I was so comfy. I fucking took this shit up there. I fucking dabbed up there. I fucking jived on the crowd a little bit. I had such a good time at that show.
With Elmerado. Elmerado would be a good guest on the pod too.
Dude. Dude.
Yeah, dude. What were you gonna say about that show?
Just that, like, I was the opener, and it's fun just to, like, I kind of feel like the energy, bro. Like, I feel like we're the young bucks. We need to fucking bring the energy, and also, like,
and
set
the
the
opener
stage,
has
right?
to like set the precedent, set the standard, turn the heads. Turn the
Let's
eyeballs.
loosen up that asshole
Like,
a
all right,
little
it's
bit.
time to do comedy. Like, now it's
Yeah.
comedy time. Because a lot of times before comedy, they were eating. Or before comedy, there was poetry.
There was
Or
music.
before comedy, there was music blasting. Or before comedy, there was silence, awkward. So, like, it's like, now it's comedy
It's
time,
comedy
baby.
time, bitch. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
comedy time. Loosen up that asshole. Spread them open. And I'm gonna spit right in it, dude. Let's go.
A whole ass loogie.
Yeah, dude, a whole loogie right in your mouth, dude. Because the thing is, like, bro, like I had such a good time at this last laugh, bro. Because like, I kind of went at a good kind of like middle-ish time, right? So the crowd was a little, they were still a little giving, right? And so like I was so. When you come up and you're like, dude, there's this new joke that I'm working on, and then you say it, and you work like. At that point, I think I did 2 other mics, and all 3 mics I'd done it like a little bit different. You know, I changed who it's about. I changed like how I said it, right? And then the last time I heard it, I'm like, dude, I said it the best here. You know what I mean? And also like there's some parts where I could have said it better, but it's like that's what it's all about, bro. Writing new bits, going to a stage, having an audience, and fucking riffing, and hopefully they like it, and then you just continue to add on to it, right? Because even you told me like you have more shit can be on that bit. Right, there's meat left in that bone. That's not a dumb bit. That I feel like that type of bit is something that goes on a special, that goes like where it's like, oh, that's like a 10-minute long bit type of thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like,
Wasn't there another word like bit routine and
like
Is there another
fuck, we forget, dude. That's the problem. Like it's like a bit routine and then like a
act,
like an act, like an act, like
I
a.
don't know.
But you know what I mean though, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
where it's like a whole,
it's a whole thing.
Like like people talk about like themes to their fucking stand up and stuff, and I don't ever really want themes, but I want to like just like have it all make sense together. Do you know what I mean?
I do I theme my material in my head.
Yeah, it makes sense
Or
in my
even
head.
in my notes, you know, like I was telling you the other day, I was like, I got alcohol, I got drugs, I got relationship, sex and relationship stuff, and then I got what was the other? Mexican stuff.
Mexican stuff, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got the different, and then you got you kind of got the randos, the one-liners,
Yeah.
the quick, easy ones. So yeah, I don't know. I think I do a lot of theming with my material, but in my head.
When you like start theming the stuff, like now, like we were saying, bringing back to what we were saying before, we can bring just the old stuff back and implement it into like what we're saying now, right?
Yeah, I was like, now I had a new, like, I came up with a new drug joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing these new drug jokes. I think I came up with like 2 new drug jokes. Started doing the new drug jokes. They're working really good. So then, and then Visor Guy asked me to bring the old one back. And I was
Visor
like,
Guy.
you're right. That's a good drug joke. Let me bring it back. And then I thought of my mushroom bit. I brought the mushroom bit back.
Yeah.
And then now, guess what? I used to be like, should I say one punchline or this punchline? Now I'm saying them both, baby.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm saying them both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. 2. Well, it's 1 to 2. 1 to 3, 1 to 4s, right? One setup to all these punchlines, right?
Tag right there.
And so like where shout out to the homie that taught us all that shit, but it's like it's like you don't want to be the 2 the 1 type of guy. You don't want to be the 3 the 1. You want to be the 1 the 1. You don't want to
be the talker, no punchline.
Talker, no punchlines, dude. You don't want to be a fucking talker, no punchline. Just like the podcast, bro. You just want to talk. You want to talk, no punchlines.
We're not changing our name, damn it.
Yeah, goddamn. So, if you want stand up, come see us live. You know, you want to see some stand up. If you want to hang, come. You want to smoke. You want to hang.
Let's hang, baby.
Let's hang.
You're at the right place, all right? I'll say that. Shout out.
Shout out.
Sponsors, please.
Shout out, bro. Dude.
Is anyone else shouting these guys out as much as we are? Literally every episode, I think since episode 1.
Every episode, we shout them out. Shout out Focus. Shout out Carta. Yeah, I don't think so. And I don't. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they're not seeing it, but it's out there, bro.
How they not seeing this?
A whole neon sign right here. It's like I just want, dude. Well, how cool would it be? Is like a neon sign every time we dabbed, and it's like,
dude, we get one sponsor. I'm quitting my job. I hope you know.
I know. Omar's like one sponsor. I'm out of here. We did get a little bit of an offer, remember?
We did get an offer for a sponsor, but then I don't know what's going on.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll communicate with them. We'll see. We're not trying to blow up the spot because everybody's about who's trying to sponsor you.
Hey.
It's Liquid Death, bitch. Who do you think it is? No,
it's fucking Trojan condoms. No, I'm just saying we don't use condoms here.
Yeah, we don't actually. Yeah. You do have like a little Superman type of thing going on with you,
bro. I don't know what they did to me at the dentist. I think they put me under. They might have molested me.
Ooh, at the dentist.
Damn, the dentist, dude. I don't know.
And you go to Mexico for the dentist?
Yes, sir. I went all the way to Mexico, came back just to do the pod.
What other cheap stuff can you get in Mexico?
Hookers.
Dude, I got my car fixed in Mexico.
I said
my girl's car.
Okay, mechanic,
yeah.
Sex work, dental work,
tortilla, tacos. Why did you not get tacos? You were in fucking Mexico.
Well, I just got a teeth cleaning. G, I told you, and
then you rushed back for the pod.
I had to rush back for the pod. I haven't ate anything but THC and water.
Damn, bro, you should have told my mom. Let's go get some tacos, or mom.
We were actually gonna stop at a restaurant. The restaurant was closed, but if we would have stopped at the restaurant, we wouldn't have made it back for the pod anyway.
That's fine.
Especially with all those fucking, what's it called? Fucking technical issues we've been having. You know technical issues podcast, bro. And if the camera's fucking crooked, if the audio is bad, it's not. That's fine. And we got backup for the audio, so.
But we do have backup for the audio this time. So, and last time the audio wasn't even that bad. So I don't want to hear it from you guys because I know it wasn't.
It was pretty bad. I think the only one complaining might be me. These fucking dabs, bro. Let me tell you guys. If you guys have been debating about getting one of these electric dabbers, I'm completely sold, dude. They're so smooth. But here's the thing. When these make you cough, that's when you know it's fucking good because these are so smooth that when you're coughing, you're like, oh, this is ripping. You know
that means like you're high, you're ripping, you're high, you're fucking there, dude. Not another ripping podcast, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, we were talking last time about pods that aren't comedy pods. Because this is not another comedy podcast. But what about not another comedy podcast? Like literally, we were talking about pods that aren't. Pod. So like I was talking about those guys that I like to listen to. Wayne and podcast is like a MMA pod with the OG ref that was part of inventing the rules of UFC.
Yeah.
And OG fighter Josh Thompson who knocked out. He's the only guy to ever knock out Nate Diaz. You know what I mean? That's fucking highly commendable. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about refs, right? Like it's like the UFC refs, right?
Oh, but how much those guys have a pod and they have it on OnlyFans? That's why we brought it up.
Oh,
that's why
yeah.
Because you were like, oh, we should put it on OnlyFans, and I was like, some people do put a pod on OnlyFans, and it's free. Like a lot of people have a bunch of free shit on there.
Yeah, on OnlyFans, you can just subscribe to people.
No, thanks.
But my question is that so you said that guy's in the UFC and he made a lot of the rules, right? Like
he was part of it, yeah.
In football right now, like people are getting so upset, like so mad because like
football.
Yeah, because the refs kind of get like they can kind of make or break like a drive. And so when I say like a drive, maybe the game, you know what I mean? But when I say like a drive, right? Like, so you don't know football. People who know football.
What's a drive? A play?
So like a lot of times
game?
you get 4 downs to get a first down, right? There's 10 yards that you have to cross the football over on the 10 at least get 10 yards in, right? You get 4 chances essentially to do it, right? Either you pass it or you run the ball, right? If you get tackled before the yellow line that you see right there on the TV, then you continue to go up on downs, right? I'm explaining it to a little baby.
No, but you're saying I mean after
I'm just
football,
kidding. No,
you got
but just
4
in general.
downs.
Yeah.
But then you have one more.
No. You get 4. You just get 4 downs.
You get the
right?
4. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm saying that like sometimes what happens is that refs will like on someone's like 3rd down. So essentially, you get 3 downs. Some people go for it on 4th down. Not all the time. It really depends on what side of the field that you're on. But like sometimes what happens is that if a team is like on like there's no way they're gonna like get a field goal or a touchdown or anything, and they're on their 3rd down, and some ref throws a play because like maybe you're like pass interference or like roughing the passer or like maybe you're defensive holding, and they give the offense a whole other set of fresh first downs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where
and
it's
now
like,
they're at that point in the field.
where and 15 more yards. Where it's like
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So now they're like at a whole other place where it's like, okay, the outcome of this game is kind of totally gonna be different now because if they score here, they wouldn't have scored if they didn't get that 15, field goal, and they have a whole other. Do you know what I mean? So it's like in UFC, how much does that really happen too? Do you know what I mean? Whereas in football right now, it's kind of happening a lot, where people are kind of like getting angry, where they're like, dude, like we need to work on these refs. Where it's like you can't have these games be on the line of like a call like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very interesting. I don't think that in UFC it's as much of a ref problem as it is a judge's problem. You know how fights be, bro. Sometimes the judges just be fucking robbing people. You know what I mean? Or robbing fighters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the judge
and the bettors.
the
gamblers,
the 20-leg parlay bettors. Yeah, that's true, right? Because it really depends on like who's judging the at the end. But
if they don't finish, right?
If that's they don't finish it,
don't leave it to the judges.
Yeah.
So it's not much of a ref thing. But I mean, going back to like how my ref got lost, like I trained with this guy who's a black belt here in town. Who's trained with everybody in town. And shout out OG, he's Master Al. Fucking Master Al is a black belt, bro. And he's like, he was a cop and shit. He's just recently retired and shit. He's OG, bro. Trained everywhere. OG black belt. And he refs all around town, and he's ref for UFC a bunch.
Oh, that's dope.
So he ref, Jamal Hill?
No.
Oh, Jamal Hill was champ, light heavyweight.
Okay.
Right before Yuri.
Okay.
Or right after Yuri. But fucking, he refed a fight with him, and I think it was him and Paul Craig. And this other dude in UFC. And he caught a bunch of slack. I think even from Dana White, dude. He got a bunch of slack because I think Jamal Hill was in a triangle. You know the triangle choke where the dude has one arm in and his neck and he's here?
Okay, so he's in...
Right?
And his head's like...
And remember
there,
I tell you,
right?
sometimes dudes get slammed, but that's because they don't grab the leg. They don't scoop the leg.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Anyways, this guy's not... He has Jamal Hill in a triangle, and he's fucking elbowing him, and he's punching him, and he's trying to finish.
And his head's like right there, right?
Yeah, and his arm. And so the arm that's in there, he's trying to also kind of crank the arm and shit.
Uh-huh.
And so I guess the arm was broken.
Mm.
But you couldn't really tell because Jamal Hill is trying to stay... Like, when you're getting choked, like, you need to have some parts tense, but some parts loose. Because the more tense you are, the more oxygen you need, the faster you're going to pass out.
Yeah.
The faster you're going to gas out.
So you want to be like a little...
So you want to be a little limp. So, like, the way that Jamal Hill's moving in the triangle, it seems like he's kind of trying to just stay chill, stay limp with his arm.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to survive. He's still in the fight. He's not quitting.
Yeah, yeah.
And then eventually, I don't know if he tapped or I think it was the strikes, like, in the triangle. And my homie, Master Al,
yeah.
He's like, calls the fight. And everyone's like, oh, what a bad stop. I'm like... Well, how's a bad stoppage? He gave the guy... what you want to do as a referee, you want to give the fighter a chance to win. You don't want to get him out of the fight before he, like, has no chance. You know? But you also don't want to get him out too late when he's hurt. So he's got to be a good mental.
Also, you don't want these guys to end up, like, paralyzed, right? Like, you don't want these guys, like, if you see someone, like, because you've seen sometimes someone get knocked out where they might fall and they might get back up, right?
Yeah.
But, like, where's the point of, like, someone might jump on them and just really hammer them?
Yeah.
How many hammer fists does it really take to be like, all right, let's stop this, right? One,
The thing is,
two,
when their heads like when you're already on the floor and then your head gets hit, then it bounces on the
And it
floor.
bounces on the
so you're
floor.
getting hit and then you're getting hit on the floor.
and you're like, bam, bam, right?
Boom.
Yeah.
Dang,
So
that's
how many
crazy.
of that? And then where it's like, I think nobody's gonna get 100% sad, right? And so I
Yeah.
don't blame NFL refs, right? I don't want to get any flack, right? Any Joe Flacco.
I feel like everyone's probably against like
People are upset
NFL
with
refs,
refs,
you know
right?
what I
With
mean?
all
Like,
refs
I don't
in
think
general.
anyone's too happy with the refs.
But it just in my head, I feel like that's a hard job, right? That's a hard thing to do because whatever both fan bases are gonna be like, you favored each side, right?
And like the fighter or whoever's playing is probably gonna get upset at you anyway. Like, you know, no one's happy with you.
Yeah, it must be really hard to have like a cool, like a good reputation, like with fighters as a referee. And like, dude, same thing with like NBA. NBA is really bad.
Dude, you never heard of? Oh, sorry. But just to say
No,
this,
yeah,
real quick, Dominic Cruz, he's a UFC fighter, also from Tucson. Originated from
okay.
Tucson. Also started at that undisputed
That's
gym.
fucking dope.
Right? He gets in a fight. I think it was against Henry Cejudo, who's from Arizona too.
Fucking shit.
He's
dude.
AZ, and he was a UFC champ and gold medalist in the Olympics. And when he fought him, you know, he calls the fight maybe a little bit early because Dominic Cruz was working his way up. So if he's working his way up, he's not out.
He's not
Whatever.
out. So you think that would be a little bit like you can do
it was a little early, but whatever. He had gotten hit with a few blows, and then what they say is unanswered blows. You get hit with unanswered blows, like
You're done.
the ref is gonna step in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what can you do? But also, it's a title fight. They say usually it's a title fight. Maybe let him go a little bit
A
more.
little bit more, yeah. Because ideally they're gonna fight for
This
it,
is
right?
a chance of a lifetime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, he called the fight, and then Dominic Cruz accuses him of smelling like cigarettes and booze.
The ref.
Yeah.
Oh.
As soon as he does that, he accuses the ref of fucking smelling like cigarettes and booze.
What's the problem with cigarettes though?
Well, I guess cigarettes is not a big deal, but
With booze,
maybe.
yeah.
And it was kind of like, oh, like, who do you believe here?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I know that the fighter like, this is like what they care about. You know what I mean? This is their dream and shit.
It's all thing.
But like, yeah, as a ref, like, no one's ever gonna be happy with you. So did he go out there and have a few brewskis? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
be with the homies, bro. Like, just fucking.
He
why
was
not?
pre-gaming before the fight.
But then you can't even be friends with the people you work with because like favoritism, right?
Yeah.
You have to be like it has to be separate.
Mhm.
The refs can't even hang out with. They can't even have like any sort of good morale with anybody, because then it's just like it shows favoritism, right? You would think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like. I
I
don't.
bet those guys can't, because they made a rule recently where UFC guys can't even gamble on the fights. I bet that the refs probably can't either, or there's got to be something. They
But
probably have some limitation, you know what I mean?
There has been hella people getting caught gambling though, like in basketball, like basketball refs.
Like rigging shit?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
rigging
dude.
chat. Because like you can like in basketball, it's even worse, dude. Like
I've heard basketball is probably the worst one.
pretty bad, dude. Because like any type of like trap, like movement or like something that like, because players play rough, right? Or they might like be on top of each other. There's such a fine line of, oh, that's too much,
Right.
or that's fine, right? It's kind of like in football with the wide receivers and cornerbacks, because when they throw the ball and they hawk that ball over there, and they hawk the ball, and it's like there's two guys fighting over positioning to catch this ball, right? It's like there's hand fighting, there's fighting. Sometimes they just let them go, right? They just let them go. Whoever gets the ball gets the ball. But sometimes there's fucking pass interference all day, every day. You know what I mean? Like I can't tell what the fucking difference is. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's a whole thing, but it just seems such fine lining. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where it's like where it's like I don't want to be that. You know what I mean? AI's gonna take over. Fucking
AI's gonna be a
referees.
ref?
Yeah, oof. That was my second guess.
Then AI can gamble then.
Yeah, AI can't gamble. AI is like very like to the point. It's what it is. You know what I mean?
I'm very proud of myself, dude, because, you know, I realize that when I bet on bets that I believe in, I fucking win. But when I just follow other bettors' bets, I always lose, right? So this weekend, I didn't really know any of the stuff. I mean, I knew some of them, but I was like, I don't know. And so I fucking followed some bets, and then I was like, nah, dude, what am I doing?
You have to follow your
I'm like, I don't believe in this. If I don't believe in it, you gotta take it out, you know. So I fucking retraction. You gotta know when to fold. You know what I mean?
You gotta know
and
when
then, bro,
to
if I
fold.
would have stayed, all of them would have lost.
Oh, really?
All of them would have lost.
So you went with your gut.
I went with my gut, and I was like, nah, dude. When I do bets that I believe in, I'm pretty right, to be honest.
Yeah.
And when I just follow the bets, it's like, nah, it doesn't go that good. It's like a hit or miss, you know what I mean?
Hit or hit? Yeah. I don't know. Every time I hear hit or miss, dude, that's exactly what I think of. See?
Should bring that joke back.
Yeah. So you bring that joke back, bro.
What's that joke kind of related to?
Hit. It's gonna be a hit. I know it's
that
gonna be a hit.
That joke's a hit or a hit.
It's a hit or miss. Dude, I always, I feel like people are going to hear that little pop and they're like, what the fuck was that? It was a little pop, dude. Dude, I've been driving. You have any fapping, capping stories, bro?
Fapping and capperoni?
Yeah.
I haven't really been a capster. Let me think.
I'm trying to think of a story.
A no fap story?
You have a fap story?
No cap story. Sorry, I confused the two.
You have either one, a cap or a fap. No cap, all fap, right? Where it's like, I'm trying to think of like a story.
When we have guests, should we tell them to come prepared with a no cap, all
fapping
fap story?
Yeah. Like something that they can't lie about, right? Where it's like
this is no lie, a true story.
This is a true ass story. This is kind of embarrassing.
You know what's something that a lot of comedians say sometimes? They're like, "God, this is a true story. You cannot make this shit up." And I'm like, "You can't make this shit up."
Yeah, dude, you just did it, dude. You just did.
You totally can make it up. What do you mean?
I just feel like that in regular life, right? If someone comes to me and like, bro, you can't make this shit up, dude, just tell me the fucking story. You know what I mean? Like, just say it to me, dude. Like, dude, I'm just like ready for you to just open. And dude, bro, I feel like I'm really bad at telling stories sometimes. Maybe because I don't know. But there's some people, bro.
There's some people that are bad.
Really bad, bro. It's like get to the point, bro. Like get to the point.
Oh, you mean women?
No, bro. I'm talking about like people I talk to. Like sometimes people call me. I'm like, bro, I know this is gonna be a 40-minute phone call. Like I'm gonna have to I'll call you back later. Or like just like people who call me like friends.
Yeah, you might have to cut that part.
No, not at work. No, not at work.
What I said.
Oh, wait, what did you say? I didn't even know what you said.
Cue the slur.
Did you say another slur?
No, I didn't. Hey, that last part was...
No, there was nothing there.
It was, I mean, right now I just came back from the dentist. I might be on stuff, so anything I say cannot be used against me.
That's very true. That's very true. No, but yeah, like I'm saying, like sometimes people just call me. Oh, at work. Oh, well, sometimes at work, it's different, right? But because like sometimes at work, like you get like older people, right? And they just want someone to talk to.
Oh, you get lonely people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just sad,
sometimes,
bro.
yeah. So then that's just sad, right? But like sometimes the work kind of tells you like you kind of want to like speed them along because you don't want to like stay on the phone for so long. Yeah. But I'm talking about like when friends or family call you, right? And you know who it is. Like, oh, this is gonna be like a 40-minute phone call, right? And you don't want to like. You have to like mentally prepare yourself to hear the long ass story that you're gonna hear, right? I want to be the type of guy that's really good at telling stories that keep people interested, but I don't think I'm there yet. You know what I mean? Like that's what we have the pod for, right? We're here, we're working, we're jiving, we're trying, right?
Yeah.
To fucking just bring our stupid little ideas into the light in front of people and like hopefully say in a way where it makes them feel better about themselves. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if my comedy accomplishes that, but sure. I don't know if everyone leaves feeling better, but okay.
No, yeah, not feeling better.
No, everyone leaves feeling better because they all laugh their tits off, bro. You know
dude,
what I mean?
I feel great after I leave like a really good comedy show.
Yeah, dude. I just think that there's something about... I think there's a reason why everybody likes doing comedy, because once you do it, you're like, oh, there's a certain thing about making people laugh. You know what I mean? There's just like a certain... different reaction. Like, it's like almost like the ultimate reaction you can get out of someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, other than that, you can make them scream
or cry.
Yeah, but like those are Those are not good. You know what I mean?
I
Just
mean,
like laughing is like the most like loudest,
Yeah.
biggest thing that you can get someone a reaction to get someone to do. You know?
yeah, it's the best reaction because like what? Yeah, you're just gonna make someone cry, or you can just fucking make someone scream.
Yeah.
How are you gonna make them by scaring them? That makes me laugh when you stab.
Like a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Oh yeah, like a real Tom Jerry dude. The guy who does the scream for Tom and Jerry, that's a fucking loud fucking
But they didn't have to talk the whole episode, so he had to rest a lot.
Yeah,
he had a long time to rest.
So you're saying they got nothing on us?
He had
on the podcast.
He had long rest intervals in between. You know?
Yeah, not like us, like where people don't want the dead side. Maybe you do.
Wait, I was gonna say, did I tell last week the story about the I think I told it to you and I told you I didn't tell it on the pod, right? I don't know if I did. The one about when I went to CVS. You had a plan B.
No, I don't think you did.
No.
I think you told me. In the car.
Oh,
I feel.
let me tell you again. And I need help. What I need help is because I want to make it into a bit.
A bit.
So help me out, guys.
We're making bits, bro.
I went to fucking I went to CVS to buy a plan B.
Yeah.
Another day in the life
Of
Omar working town. You know what I mean? It's just another day. All right. So here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
I think I'm just on edge nowadays because of all the like tipping everywhere. You know, everywhere asks you for a tip. Everywhere you fucking go, right?
Was this on the pod?
No, I don't think it was. Right? I think I was telling you after the mic that I need help.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think
Right, I was telling you I need help with this, and I think I'm just on edge because of all the outrageous tipping. You know, I fucking wipe my ass. I gotta tip. Well, everything I gotta do, I gotta tip.
Has to do with
and
tip.
then I fucking get the plan B, and I put the card and I see 5. I was high as fuck, right? I see 5, 10, 15, and I thought I was asking for a tip. And I took a deep breath and I was about to go off on the tip. And I looked at her and I looked back at the thing. I was like, "Oh, that's asking if I need cash back." I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "No cash back, thank you."
Yeah, thank you.
But I was about to go off. Like, bitch, you didn't fucking. I didn't nothing you.
Oh, you did press some buttons, bro. You didn't
You didn't make that shit, bro.
Yeah. I remember what I told you when you told me. You have to say with the tips, right? So you can do the double entendre thing where it's like tip. I already gave my girl the tip. Now I have to tip you.
Right. I made sure to put my girl's number in there too, so she could see who I netted in. You know.
Yeah.
She can see the rewards come up in it. You know what I mean?
They track that. The
rewards.
big the.
And you get hella points for Plan B.
Yeah, no, the Plan B tracks it, bro. They track all the people who buy it.
Why? For what?
For a database in advertisements, so they can send it to your girl.
Well, they can get it cheaper. Send me that advertisement. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, send me.
I don't got that Costco membership. But people were saying Costco Plan Bs were like $1 and shit. I looked it up. They're like 10.
Yeah, they're like $10-$14, bro.
And that's still pretty cheap. But you know what I'm saying? Is it just, what's it watered down with, like baby laxative or fentanyl?
No, here's the math that you really have to do, right? The math that you have to do is how many Plan Bs have we been buying this whole time, right? Because you have to do the math
per year.
Yeah, per year. So because the math that it's opposed to,
it's not gonna be pretty.
So yeah, the math that it's opposed to is the Costco membership, the yearly membership.
Oh,
the yearly Costco membership is $60.
Yeah, it's like one.
And so
like 1.5.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So if you really do the math like that, it's like, hey, wait, I'm saving some money here, right?
Save money, live better.
Exactly, right. So if you're buying 12 Plan Bs throughout the year. I'm bad at math, but that's like almost like $1,000, right?
Well, I think
that's really bad. What, 60 times 12?
60 times. Don't make me do math on that. We did like how many times before?
60.
While all these technical issues
$1,200.
Dude, listen, you're in fucking finances, okay? You should know.
That's what I'm saying. Is it? But I feel like my math.
Dude, Mexicans aren't known for math. What are we known for? What's your subject? What's your subject in school?
Pull up that calculator.
What's your subject in school? No, fuck that math. Don't hang on it.
Not math.
What's your subject in school?
Woodwork, wood shop.
Mechanic class?
Auto mechanic. Well, but so that's what I'm saying. If you spent $1,000, I'm just gonna say fucking $500 on Plan B. Look, fuck you.
No, you got me. I actually
Manny
get a Plan B
doesn't know
membership.
how to do math, right? Look, that was kind of embarrassing. If I'm so off, that's what I want to know.
I want to know
what math? What did I even say? I said 12 by 60. 12 by 6. I need to know, dude. But how dumb? How far off?
I know.
How
You really love me. What is it?
60.
See, I'm so high. I don't even remember what number
720.
you told me.
720.
What'd you say? 1,000? Fucking.
I said 1,200. I don't know what I was like carrying. I like did a zero.
Look at
I don't
dude.
know.
Here's
But,
where I
so
see, this is how
$720.
addicting the phone is. I already started immediately defaults into an app.
You went to good.
Pornhub.
So $720, right? Opposed to like the maybe $120 Costco membership a year, right?
Wait, 120? I thought you said it was $60.
Well, you want the platinum membership. I know.
What's the
you
platinum getting?
want-
Really sell me on this.
I don't
Bad
know.
boy.
Let's see. I think you get rewards back, right?
You
And
rewards?
so with all the Plan B you're gonna be buying, you can get like at least $1 back on the Plan Bs, right? And then since you're there, you're gonna be like, ooh, I'll get the Cheez-Its, I'll get the toilet paper. Ooh, they have some stuff in the deli aisle. I'll get that. They have fresh bread. They have some meat. I'll get some meat,
They have
right?
stuff at
And then you
Costco.
just become a normal Costco shopper, right? And so yeah, you just don't. You go for the Plan B, but then
Yeah.
you stay for the. They have hot dogs there. They have pizza.
Welcome to Costco.
Yeah, you do fucking welcome
Yeah,
to
I've been to
Costco, bro.
Costco,
I
bro.
don't work at Costco, but I just
I
know
think that also, I don't know. I'm just going to say this. They kind of really only hire, it's like all white in there.
No, yeah.
I'm not the type of guy to be like, oh, the system.
Yeah.
Keeping the brown man. I've never played that card.
Yeah.
But when I go to Costco, 'cause I have applied at Costco.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's all big white dudes here.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, maybe there's a lot of, stuff big white dudes need to do there.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Heavy loads to take.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? You could get a fucking Mexican that took auto in high school in there.
Yeah, but they're not going to Costco, right? They're
Not to work, I'm saying.
but they're not going there to work. They're staying at the auto shops. They're staying at the Walmarts. They're going to Walmarts,
At the
right?
Walmarts.
They're going to Walmarts. That's what we just
I think a
were
lot
at
of old
Walmart.
people work at Walmart.
We were just at Walmart, dude.
Bro, what was up with the guy at Walmart? Let's get to
Do you want to know why there's a bunch of old people at Walmart?
Why?
It's because nah, they get real on the podcast. No, I think
To
people are
save
bored.
money, they're better.
I think people are bored. I think some people are bored. I think some
It's
old
holidays. Close to the holidays, guys.
people need some fun.
Get your shit together.
Forget
'Cause-
that I did math in the podcast again.
Forget it.
I'm in my head about
I told you
the
not to linger on it. I
people-
had moved on to another subject.
Nah, people
and
are
you brought
gonna
it
get mad.
back.
They're like, man, he doesn't know how to do fucking
What did I
math.
fucking bring it? Why are they gonna get me? Oh, I said what subject are we good at, and we said auto. Yeah, that was way funnier.
That
than
was good.
That was
That-
way funnier than the math segment.
That was good. That was good. And no, I'm just in my head because
But
I'm
because
like,
then you
dude,
went back to it. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
but I'm still gonna go back to it. I think that's the funny thing about
Okay,
it.
here's
Because
the
I'm
thing.
stupid.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Never do math on the pod again. never ask me a math question.
Yeah,
on the
you're
pod.
right, yeah. No, we need a calculator right here.
Oh, you don't have a TV here, a
With
calculator there.
right here. So we can make
fucking,
sure I don't embarrass
a
myself
lava
on the
lamp.
pod anymore. How did I get the number? I don't remember what number. I don't remember exactly what number I said. I'm still in my head trying to remember how I got that. I just pulled the number in my ass, guys. Fuck, I'm not that stupid. God damn it. No, just kidding.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, guy.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna cut that whole part out.
I hate when people have to ask you, like, you ever get asked, like, what's your highest level of education?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you're like,
2
I
years
think you
of
know.
college and then I flunked out.
I think you know.
Yeah, I think you should know that. I graduated high school
dropout.
at least. Yeah. You dropped out of high school?
No.
But you dropped out of college.
No.
You didn't even go to college. Yeah.
No.
I dropped out of college.
That's pretty much a dropout.
But you did drop out. You did go. You finished high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a
honestly,
joke. It was just a joke.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you didn't,
You cannot make this stuff up. I just did.
you cannot make this stuff up, bro. But I just really feel like if you just showed up to high school, you passed, right?
Yeah.
I really feel like you kind of had to try. At least at my high school, it kind of felt like the people who didn't pass, they kind of had to try not to pass. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like-
Like, they had to really, really
Like,
not try.
yeah, like really, really not try. Really,
They had
really
to try
not-
really hard to not try.
Yeah, and so it's just like, I don't know, dude. I was okay in school. What were you? What, you like a B? I feel like I
Bro,
was.
I don't know how I made it to school either, because I never did homework, bro.
No, me neither.
I didn't do homework one day and fucking.
I didn't fucking do homework. I didn't wipe my ass. I didn't fucking do
Get
it.
bitches.
I didn't get bitches. But no, I think that was the problem. I was too focused on the bitches, bro.
Same.
Yeah, too
Same.
focused
That's all
on
I
the
cared
bitches.
about was the poontang.
With the poontang.
And then the drugs, having some fun with the boys, and
Yeah.
then a little bit of music here and there, doing the gigs, and then that kind of got me on a straighter path. The money making
The
path.
money making path. Yeah.
You start making money as a young man.
Then you start forgetting about the poonan.
Well, yeah, you're like, I'm not gonna give her all my money. This fucking
Yeah.
bitch.
That
escalated quickly.
In high school, I was just like the relationship guy. I always had a relationship, so it was always like the school was second always. You know what I mean? So it was like, even in college, it was like the second thing. But like, cause like school fucking boring as shit, bro. Fuck school. That's why I dropped out.
Yeah,
That's why I dropped out. But
How many years in were you?
College.
Yeah.
I did one full semester. So I did 1 year, and then half of the second semester of my second year. So I did 1 full year. So 1 full year of school, my freshman year, and then my sophomore year, I only did 1 semester. That's what I meant to say.
And what happened that semester that you were just like, nah? What was that semester specifically?
I just wasn't showing up to class. I just wasn't going.
You just weren't going at all.
Bro, here's what's embarrassing, bro. I'm not gonna say it on the pod. Like, because like I would go to school and then I would just like chill in like the lunchroom and just like watch anime and shit like that. Like I just wouldn't go to class, or like sometimes I would just like go get food and just like chill in my car and just like eat it, just like for like a couple of hours, like. Because like I didn't. A couple hours. Yeah, because I didn't want because like sometimes my dad would show up to like where I lived with my sister at the time, right? And so it's not like I could go fuck around in my dorm room, right? And because like nobody had me account. Like I had family, I lived with family, right? So it's like they knew I had school, so I can't just stay around home all day, just not doing anything.
Yeah, but I can't go to class.
So I just would. Sometimes I would go to class, right? But then, like, I don't know, there was just sometimes you'd go to some classes and, like, damn, I feel like a dumbass. And then you're like, I'm not going to go back to that class anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like...
You just be like, I'm too lost in this class.
I'm too lost. Yeah, I'm too lost. And, like, dude, I went to this one class, this fucking old
You're like, 12 plus 60, this class is too much.
Fuck you, bitch. Yeah. It was more like a microbiology type of thing. It was too much.
Couldn't even do regular biology. You had to go micro.
Dude, I was just like annoyed with how small the seats were.
It was micro.
How fucking micro everything was about, and then like how big the class was.
The textbooks were micro.
Everything was fucking so tiny, bro. Fucking everybody around me was so fucking this bitch, and like I don't know. I just didn't feel like comfortable going to class, so I just didn't go.
Right.
So like not another intimate podcast.
Not another dropout. Bro, this is what your guys' freaking college loans are paying for, guys.
Seriously. I mean, that's why I'm like literally at this time. It's like that's why I'm like racked a little bit in debt, but it's not as bad as it could have been. You know what I mean? Because for me, I just didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So I was going to school. I did sign up for all these classes because at the time I wanted to be a nutritionist, and I didn't like continue it, right? I think I talked to you about that. I wanted to be a nutritionist for a while, and I just didn't continue it. And so like that's where it's like,
you should just say that as a bit.
What, that I wanted to be a nutritionist because I'm fat?
That's
You fuck.
It's just funny that you go. I wanted to be a nutritionist,
but I lost,
that's so specific.
I did, yeah, and I lost interest, and I just dropped out. Essentially,
you lost interest instead of weight.
You fucker. At the time, I was fucking huge. At the time, too.
I thought you were gonna say I lost weight and I want to help people. You're like, I lost interest is what I lost.
Well, yeah. At the time, too, I was like, two is like, cause you change in life, right?
Right.
I like lost a shitload of weight, and then college and girls happened, and I fucking gained a shitload of weight.
You do gain a lot of weight in relationships, right?
I think that's the only reason why I gained weight.
Dude, it's because we just fucking grew up together. But but here's the thing, you know, this is the other thing I always say is that this is what people have been doing since, you know, the beginning of time, is just sharing a meal with other people and just kind of, you know.
But now there's too much meals.
Social.
There's too many meals.
Well, I think now it's just the meals are too fucking processed and all this shit. You know what I mean? I do stuff my face with, you know. That's why I like your joke that you said. I think you said on the pod, right, about ordering too much. Because they do tend sometimes to order too much, and I'm like, I don't leave it. I'm like, now I'm stuffing my face.
Yeah, like, dude, it's funny because at Laughs, right?
And that's not good either, you know.
No, I went out to eat with Tyler, right? Shout out Tyler. Right. And we went to Chick-fil-A, and I wasn't planning on going to get food,
right before the mic. So
yeah,
we were
right
kind of late on the list, you know.
And so like something, you just have time, right? And so I wasn't planning on getting food, and I had literally ate like chicken and rice at home, not a lot, but enough, right? And I was like, I'll be good for the night, right? Tyler showed up, he's like, yo, let's get some food, and I'm like, all right, fine, fuck it. And then you're there, you don't get a medium. You get a large, right? I don't know about you.
They just get you with the, do you want to upgrade for 10 cents? Yeah, you want to upgrade for like 10 cents. You're like, why the fuck not? And then at one point, I'm eating the fries. I'm like, I'm a little full now. And I look at them like, there's still some fries left. You lost interest.
No, I finish them, dude. I still finish them, you know what I mean? But like, that's where you say it's like, at this point, I'm just being a glutton, right? I'm just being a fat ass, right? Because it's like, it's so easy to be like, you're driving and like, ooh.
Or to also kind of get a little, you know, get real stoned and be like, oh, let me get this and that and then this, and then you're like, all right, and then you eat the first thing, you're like, maybe I didn't need that third piece.
Maybe I didn't need the third thing. But it's not until like after eating it, then you're like, damn, I feel kind of
or like your bit, those restaurants that give you the bread, because then when they give you the bread,
you just eat it all, bro.
You know what I mean?
See,
and then they come back and like, and then they're like, do you want more bread? And you're like, yeah,
bro, more bread, dude. What are you fucking talking about, dude? Because the bread is, because here's the problem when you get to the restaurant and you sit down and they give you bread. You're hungry. You're hungry. You're fucking starving, dude.
Just want to put something,
and you want to put something in your fucking mouth, and they give you white bread. I mean, shout out to like
usually like some butter or like a little cinnamon butter or like a little something.
Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse has the cinnamon butter.
The
right?
cinnamon butter. But then like you go to like other places. It's just like, you know, the bread with butter, right? You stuff your fucking face with bread and butter, and then if you go to like an Italian restaurant, like you get fucking pasta too, and then you're stuffing your face with bread, then pasta. Then if they have pizza, then pizza, which is also bread and pasta.
Or pizookie. You ever had a pizookie?
At the end, sure, you're talking about BJ's now too.
No, I'm talking about oregano. You ever been oregano?
Yeah, I've been oregano. So they have all
get
that.
Pasta, get a pizza. So yeah, eat all those with the bread and the pasta.
And then
bread. And then
pizookie at the end.
And pizookie.
Yeah. And then you're like, why am I 400 pounds, right? And it's like shit. So that's why it's like during that time, I think when I was in college, I wasn't controlling. Well, I was just eating, you know, I was like whoever I was with at the time, just eating shit. Now it's like, okay, I can do that once a week, maybe twice a week. But I can like work out to supplement some of the things. You know what I mean?
And you start to know yourself better too, right? You're like, all right, like today I am more hungry. Today, let me fucking order deep.
Yeah,
you know, and you're like, today I'm just, I don't know, I'm kind of high. Maybe after I eat those, I'll be good. You know what I mean?
It's the late night snacking, I think, comes in the most for me sometimes.
Edibles, bro. When I eat edibles, I feel like also when I drink, I feel like I have a deep pit in my stomach that doesn't get satiated.
And you just continue to eat.
Yeah.
Right? At that point, you should just, for me, at that point, I'm like, I should just lay down. Like, I should just sleep. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I should just go to sleep, because me passing out is probably going to be the best thing I can do for myself right now, which honestly is the best thing I do, is I just lay down and go to sleep so I don't continue to eat something, right?
Yeah.
But, and I know it's not just us, right? I know everybody does it, right? But some people just have different body compositions where unfortunately it wears on some people more than others, you know what I mean? And I don't think anybody's fucking how do you say, perfect eating. You only meet a couple people who are like very strict and shit with their eating, you know what I mean?
Yeah, not a lot, really.
It's hard, dude. Like, people have schedules, people have kids, people like, it's like, dude,
cravings.
You have cravings. In my head, it's just like the scheduling is like a big thing. Like, for me, I work from home.
Like to be able to cook for yourself.
It's so easy for me to go downstairs and I cook egg with like a wheat bread that I have in turkey bacon. That's where it's like for me, I can control my eating, right? It's so easy for me to control my eating, especially I work from home so much. I know a lot of people who can't cook or they get lazy, they get tired. Like you were saying, what do people do when they get home? Watching the podcast, obviously, right? But like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, what else? You know, some people don't cook. You know, I know a lot of homies that don't know how to pick up a fucking spatula.
Bro, I know a lot of people that are like, I have $0 in my bank account right now, and I'm like, what do you spend on? They're like, DoorDash. They're like, or just eating out, to be honest. And I'm like,
DoorDash is a bitch, bro.
Yeah, well, you know, they are a bitch. They fucking fired me.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing, dude. It's like, you hear people spending all this money on DoorDash. It's like, bro, just go fucking drive over there. You know what I mean? Like, how?
I mean, that's next level.
That's next level,
but
dude.
DoorDashing when you're fucking faded, though. I mean,
that's a whole different thing, right? Or if you're in a hotel and you don't have a car, right? I get that, right? Like, shout out to my lady, right? I get that. So it's like where you don't have like means to go get something. Yeah, so it's like, oh, that's where DoorDash is. It works for you. You know what I mean? But I know people who get DoorDash, and because they're just fucking chilling.
Let me just get it. Yeah.
They're either just like watching a movie or just playing video games, and they just don't want to leave the house. Maybe.
But a lot of those people are the people that spend like probably half their money or all their money fucking
on food,
on just fucking eating out too. Because if you spend your money on food, I don't think it's that much when you buy groceries. You know, when you go grocery shopping. But when you eat out, you blow money quick.
Even then, bro, you have to be a smart fucking shopper. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to be smart. Like, some people just don't know how to grocery shop. Still learning. I knew a guy who was on Extreme Couponers when he was a kid. His mom was on Extreme Couponers. Like, that's fucking crazy. And I knew the girl when I worked at a restaurant. She had the Fry's app, and we walked into her apartment. She had all these snacks and shit, like all this shit, because it was all like shit that was on sale, right? She was always on the coupons, right? Like, even with grocery shopping, people can like,
I like
buy
going to those type of people's houses.
Yeah, because they know how to
house and they have like, and you're like,
all
this
this
guy
shit
is like
prepared.
He shops at Costco.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's
You got any Plan Bs, bro?
You see the garage. I mean, it's kind of like how like people's garages are, right? Where they like prepare and they put shit down.
That was a nice little. What do you call it?
Callback.
Come on,
yeah,
guys.
Comedy. But the thing is, like, some people just don't know how to grow. If you go to like all these expensive grocery stores and you get like frozen like fruit and stuff like that, or even frozen meals, dude.
I hate the frozen meals, bro.
Hungry Man.
I hate those.
Yeah. I used to love the Hungry Man's, the Salisbury steaks. They weren't that bad.
I didn't eat those, bro. That's too risky. What was the one? Do you know the one that was blue? And it came with mac and cheese, and it also came with like a fudge brownie kind of thing.
I think that was the Hungry Man.
Was that the Hungry Man?
Yeah. I think that was the Hungry Man.
Yeah, like.
Are you talking about the kid one?
Yeah. It was maybe like a
Cuisinart or something like that.
I don't know. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I'm kind of bad at googling stuff too, though. Huh? What was they trying to find? Rehab drugs. after comedy, remember they did? I was trying to find that one rehab drug, and I was like, I'm not getting anything but help numbers.
Yeah. What was
numbers
it?
To AA.
What was it that you were trying to find?
I didn't find the fucking drug.
But the drug for what? It was
a drug for rehabbing, like oxys and stuff like that. What is the fucking drug that people take? Comment down below.
Comment down below.
That people take that they give you at the clinics when you're rehabbing off like oxys and stuff like that. What is that drug? Let's think. It's not fentanyl, but it's got a real excellent name, you know, like a real amphetamine name to it. You know what I mean?
We didn't figure it out.
We didn't figure it out.
And this is me bringing it up. But I was trying to remember where, dude. Even then, bro, what's so funny is that I hung out at the club until we were there till like fucking 12 o'clock. Dude. Like, just being fucking chismosas. And you know what's funny is that I saw a couple other comics leaving super late too.
Yeah.
And I judged the shit out of them. I'm like, are you doing gay shit? You fucking. I was like, what you doing over there? But they're literally just doing exactly the same thing that we're doing, just fucking talking and shit.
Yeah.
Especially since there were some comics I don't like you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
They don't like you.
No, I'm saying that I'm making a joke that I don't like some of the fucking bitch ass comics from Tucson.
Not those are watching this.
No,
time.
I like all the comics from Tucson.
I really like that one in the episode where you go, oh, you're talking about your pipe story, and you're like, and I really appreciate you if you ever see this. You're a great guy, and I really appreciate you. You go.
If you see it. But well, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, dude.
Here's the thing.
And he was there.
Yeah.
Homie was there. Not getting too much detail. He was never gonna watch the pod.
The other day, I mean, honestly, you gotta be careful because you know what I'm saying. You sometimes you're just saying shit. You're talking a little shit just to be funny or whatever. And I'm fucking talking about this guy, and I'm like talking about how he always runs the light, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh yeah, he fucking there right now. And I was like, oh, nice. Like, did he do good? Did he run the light? I went,
did
you
he
playing
run the
around.
light? Yeah.
And then I looked, and his girl was right there. And his girl was like, looking at me all, and I was like, all thuggish. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Talk about running the mic, bro. Like running the
Running
light.
the light.
Like, dude, so
Running the light, that means, if you don't know comedy terms, when a comedian's up there, they give him a light to know when he's got to get off. And some motherfuckers do not get off.
no, they don't get. They think that.
They think it's a suggestion.
Yeah, they think, hey, here's the light. Oh, I have another 2 jokes. I have another 3 jokes in me.
Well,
it's like,
depending on the guy, bro. Some guys
also, it
just
depends
go.
on what mic, right? It depends on what mic, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think I
like
saw
some places like you at a minute, some at 5, some at 1, some at 30 seconds.
but you know.
Yeah, but they tell you.
They tell you. And you know, especially at the mics.
Unless
right?
you're a newbie, right?
If you're a newbie, right? But if you're getting the flash, if you're getting the look, can I see your flash really quick? The emulate how we're like if you get one of these, right, that you're good, you got the flash. But sometimes where you're in it and this motherfucker's doing like a one of these a lot, one of these,
they
bro,
flashing you,
and they're doing this a lot, or they're fucking they're flashing you. It's like, bro, get off the fucking stage. You know what I mean? Like, read the homies, right? Like, read who's giving you the light. You know what I mean?
Well, it's almost like I don't know what it is to me. I think it's different things for different guys, but it's always very funny the guys that do run the light, like they're always interesting characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like the guys that run lights a lot are always interesting characters. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It is funny because
it's never a self-aware guy. You know what I
no,
mean? It's
they're
always
not.
a guy-
They're not self-aware, dude. But
It's always a guy that's a lot.
you might run it by accident, right?
You might run. That's the other thing. You might run away accident. But then the worst is when a guy's just going off and they go, "Hey, buddy,
You're
time's
done.
up."
You're done. You're done. Done.
Or no, they try to clap him off. They try to clap someone off.
Oh, how many
And the
times?
guy's like, what's going on? And you're like, dude, you're still not getting it.
That's what's crazy to me, right? Where it's like, so that's where it's like, do you not know where to look at all? And sometimes I feel like it throws off my whole act because I'm just there like,
You're too paranoid.
I should be getting
Well,
the
in
light
the short
right now.
mics, you're paranoid about it.
Here's the thing, dude.
You're paranoid about all of them?
I've worked. Like, I feel like us doing it as long as we've been doing, like 2 years now. Dude, I hit my 2 years on the 7th.
Nice, vato.
Dude, I didn't even realize that. I like looked at the first video I did. I'm like, oh look, there's me falling. Oh, it's the first time. Yeah, dude, because the first time I went, I tripped myself. Yeah.
Damn.
Little
wacko of you.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to post it. I was gonna post it, but I was like, nah, fucking, I don't want to look like a clown. But what the fuck was I saying? Oh, what was I saying?
You're saying now that we've been doing it 2 years.
Running the light. So when someone,
Oh no! I
How
said, are you
long-
paranoid? And-
how long to be on stage, right? At this last time at Laughs, I didn't get the light until right away. And also, like, sometimes you have to notice like who's running the mics and whatever, and when they light, and sometimes they don't light, you know, when they want, you know what I mean? And sometimes you want to like get off right away.
Oh yeah, sometimes some people have leeway, and sometimes they don't.
Or sometimes they're just like, oh shit, the light's going out, the mics, the time's going out a little bit too much because they're like doing other shit, right? And so I knew that last Thursday, that was one of those nights where it's like, oh, he's a little busy doing other stuff. He's not necessarily always like, oh, or maybe he is letting some people run. But I was in the room and I saw that some people were like going at like 4, because you can see the timer right there and you can see 4. And I was like, oh, I see some people are really running it, right? And that's why as soon as I saw the light, I was like, bye, I'm gone. And someone told me, he was like, you kind of really rushed that last bit. I'm like, well, it's because I've been paying attention to the room. I'm paying attention to how the light when they light it. It's like I don't want to get lit and then stay for another fucking 30 seconds a minute, right? I'm getting lit and I
think another 30-second minute is acceptable. It's actually like exactly after that time where it's not acceptable.
I was just seeing people getting the lit up. You know what I mean? Because some people don't know, or also at the same time, it's like if it just depends on what.
Bro, what about the wild people? A lot of this is what we're saying. We're kind of trying to give you guys a little bit of the insight of the open mic comedy scene, because when you go see big comedy, it's all roses and dandelions or whatever they fucking big say, comedy. Right? But when in the open mic scene, it's like fucking crackheads and homeless people and like a bunch of, like I said, characters, and then like just a couple young dudes, a couple dropouts trying to do comedy. You know what I mean? Yeah, a couple dadless so dropouts, like a real just trying to do comedy out there. Yeah, so how they say it's a real melting pot of people, and they're fucking, and yeah, there's a lot of fucking just wild ones out there.
We have
the new people that are like, fucking. Like, you have some people that come and it's their first time and they're super, what do you call it? Shy.
Yeah.
Like when I went, I was like, oh my god, I don't want anybody to know this is my first time. They probably will know.
Because it's a small community too.
Yeah, but some people are really like confident. You're just like, that guy's just.
Oh, the homie that came out at the mic.
Right.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like there were some new guys,
that was
and
balls, bro.
They're like, yo, everybody, come watch me. It's my first time. And everyone's just chilling, like having it, like talking, like on the outside of the bar.
And he was like, I don't have any friends. And I went in there. I gave him a little chance. Why not? Here's the thing, dude.
It was ballsy, so I respected it, and I went in there. It worked.
Ballsy, respect. It worked, bro. Here's the thing, bro. I also heard offhand comments from other people when that happened. I was like, yo, dude, are we all in there? Because like we're all just chilling. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like, we're just chilling at the mic. You know what I mean? We're just fucking. It's not like we're all gonna fucking. I mean, a lot of the mics I do, like, I was literally in the room basically the whole night. You know what I mean? And at the end of the night, we're all just kind of like there, chilling, relaxing, maxing, all cool, just shooting some beatbox right outside of the school. When a couple of guys, they were up to no school, no good. God damn it!
It was so good.
It was a little. That was good. Damn it, bro. See, bring Tyler on this bitch. I'll rap his ass too, bro.
Are y'all gonna have a rap battle?
Yeah, dude. That'd I rap.
Oh, bro. You guys had a rap battle?
I rap, dude.
You know beat, I guess.
Yeah, dude. You know how to rap too.
No, I'm bad at rap,
dude. All people. Look,
dude. My bad is like my rap is like my fucking improv. I'll just go dark real quick.
Yeah, just go dark. Yeah,
I just say a slur way too soon.
I mean, knowing you, I know you.
Hey, I'm Mexican, but not that much.
Yeah, right? You're right. You're not that Mexican.
Work on how Mexican I get. You know what I mean?
That was a bit that I was saying. Remember that when I was like, I'm not one of those.
Well, that was a tag to your.
So that's where it's like, dude, I don't say some of these jokes.
That's
anymore.
what I'm saying. Then you start thinking, you're like, hey, okay, I got beats, son.
I got time.
Bro. That's what I'm saying. When I did those 10 at Tim's, I was like, I have a bunch of other jokes that I would have liked to do,
but you didn't have the opportunity.
But this is what I did today. This is what I think they required. The situation. Trying to get better at reading the room too. I feel like that's something that I've always been like, yeah, I'm gonna read the room, but also I've got this stuff that I want to try, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna listen to
this.
But now I'm like, all right, what does this room require of me, and what would I like to do of all the things it would require me? You know what I mean? Like if this place wants me to, really go all ham and out and, talk with the drunks and do this stuff, then okay, let me bust out that stuff. If not, then. Let me give the old people what they want. You know what I'm saying? Let me give the old folk what they need. And yeah, fucking let me put some of this one in that one too. That'll be nice. Just a big fat one. Can you see the two?
There you go. And I think with this one, we're gonna close it out for today.
I think that'll be a nice close.
You know what I mean?
Just with a lot of smoke.
A lot of smoke. A lot of closing.
A lot of jokes and a lot of smoke.
A lot of jokes, a lot of smoke. I think today was a learning podcast.
Learning episode.
A learning episode.
Anything but 12 times 7.
Anything. We learn things, right? On some podcasts we learn things about Omar. Some podcasts we learn things about me.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? we're constantly learning things. You guys are here with us. You know, I you know, there's times, you know, I didn't know what a cadaver was last episode. that
I hope I don't know if you guys stuck around. Probably not to the end of the episode, but we clipped it. Manny clipped it.
Clipped it right there, bro. It's there.
Hilarious. Manny thought a cadaver was the fucking species of a dog, and you gotta maybe make that a bit. I don't know. It might not translate that well because it's a dark subject.
I'm actually not gonna lie. My girl has been telling me that I need to do something like that on stage a long time, because she finds me in constant situations where I'm constantly confusing one thing for the other thing.
Misunderstanding words.
Yes.
I mean, that can happen. You know what I mean? But that's actually really funny. Like the way that when you find out in a funny way like that somebody thought that something meant something else.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's why this conversation has been so weird.
Yeah, that's why it went sideways. So that's why with me a lot of time, but like sometimes I feel like my girl's like my little translator, you know, because like she's like, oh no, I because like I'm talking to like family or like her family. She's like, what the fuck? And she's like, no, he means, you know, like he means dead bodies. Like he means like
oh,
that.
wow.
Like some like I do that shit so often, like where I'm like meaning one thing.
Like when I
other.
went to the dentist is like, what do you need today? And I was like, Mom, tell him.
Mom, please. I
He's
don't know.
here for a cleaning. Cleaning.
Well, it's because you have to do it in Spanish. You went to Mexico,
Yeah,
right? So
right.
it's so totally different. But that's the thing, dude. It's like I wanted to try and take something like that on stage, but I'm trying to find things. Maybe the cadaver is something I could do, right? Like
I don't know. Maybe that one's too dark, is what I'm thinking though. Because whenever you talk about, maybe if you really talk about,
maybe if I set it up like, you guys ever fucking like get so mad at your cadaver, like like talking like as if it's a dog, right? Like, you know, where it's like where your cadaver shits on the floor and shit, like you just keep going into it, right? And at the end, like, you guys know I'm talking about, or like just like we all know that cadaver means a type of dog, right?
Oh, like doing
and,
like
and
on
you do like a little
live.
bait at the end where it's like, oh, I'm the idiot, you know, but like just, you know what I mean, just kind of like that whole thing, but like kind of like manufactured, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I feel like that one, in my opinion, it might be a little too. I don't know if it's meta.
Too meta, yeah.
But it's too like, I don't know. It's not that it's not believable, but it's almost like, yeah, not believable. Like, oh, you knew the whole time.
Yeah. So it can't. Yeah. So it doesn't seem like the illusion. It wasn't there from the start, right? So you didn't even trick us at the end.
I don't know. I think I don't. I'm not saying it couldn't work. It could definitely work.
No, but I know what you mean though, because it's like where it's like the whole illusion of the stand up is that, you know, this shit actually happen, which it does usually. All the stuff that I say on stage,
you can't make this stuff up.
You can't make it up.
That's just such a funny line, dude.
What's the deal about what airplane food? What's with that? You know, however he talks, but it's like, yeah, bro. It's like, what's the deal with it, dude? What's the deal? Trying to get to the bottom of it, dude. So yeah, you can embellish shit, right? You can make some shit up, but like at the same time, I don't think people are gonna connect with it if it's not rooted in some truth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, I think with my new bit, well, I'm not gonna give shit away, but like at the very beginning, I think people were laughing a lot because I was like, ooh, I think I kind of set it up good, and I kind of like said it good. You know what I mean? When I was like, ooh, this happened over the weekend, and this is who it was. And so, yeah. Here's the thing, dude. I'm going to go watch some fucking football.
Yeah.
And it's not another comedy podcast, bro.
Not another episode. See you next time.
And we're out, dude.
Not another right energy.